Next on DJ Reels
No,
UN.
I did tell you because we saw what you did in the Senate.
You're not even a lawyer.
Meeting will be in order.
I mean, I should get back at least 45 seconds.
We will give you.
She said you ain't even a lawyer. If you cared about all these victims, why didn't they do this under the Biden administration when they had control of everything? But no, they're not going to do that because they weaponized it. And now they got these victims that they're weaponizing and using it against Trump and his administration for not releasing files, although they are the only administration to ever actually release anything and be transparent, just a tiny little bit.
A few more seconds. I said that already.
Hey, is that that crazy hoe that was like talking behind the lady, like about to say right here, pretty much explains why these names can't be revealed. Okay, because this is what they're talking about, right? Pay attention.
Epstein. How ironic is that? You know why? Because Donald.
If Wall Street goes to prison, the people on Wall Street, the people over the Dow that stand there and, yell and shit all day, stock traders, what Jeffrey Epstein literally was, right? If they all go down,
American.
this is the fall of Rome. Do you understand? What we are witnessing right now in current day America, and you're not seeing it across the seas, right? Places like United Kingdom and Poland and Norway, they got princes stepping down, prime ministers and government officials being kicked out of pubs and violently attacked by people. I mean, listen, guys, this is the price you pay when the elites have been filling their bellies with flesh and taking all the money. And you can quote that from Vladimir Putin. And I don't care what you think about it. It is the truth. He's not lying when he says this, guys. Let's just look at the highlights from yesterday. If you didn't have time to, if you're at work or, you got kids and shit, right? You ain't got time to be listening to these boring ass, stupid congressmen in here arguing over who put the black marker over the name.
Survivors in the room, if you are willing,
I love
please
the torture
stand.
video.
And if you are willing, please raise your hands if you have still not been able to meet with this Department of Justice.
Wow.
Please know for the record that every single survivor has
I'm not
raised...
really a fan of Miss Jaya Paul here, but this is the Class A cabal happening right now in front of your eyes. And what's happening right now is that the Democrats have had 8 to 15 years in office to completely and utterly masked all of these people and Jeffrey Epstein, and there's news articles where Obama's not mentioned. Of course Obama's not mentioned because he's been the president since 2008 minus the 4 years that Trump was president from 2016 to 2020, right? And this is Class A. This is Watergate. This is literally Watergate, and they're going to pull this off on Trump, and it's going to be history because people like me can see the psyop and see the cabal. If they cared about all these victims, why didn't they do this under the Biden administration when they had control of everything? But no, they're not going to do that because they weaponized it, and now they got these victims that they're weaponizing and using it against Trump and his administration for not releasing files, although they are the only administration to ever actually release anything and be transparent, just a tiny little bit, not a lot though, right? This is a cabal.
Hand. Attorney General Bondi, you apologized to the survivors in your opening statement for what they went through at the hands of Jeffrey Epstein. Will you turn to them now?
Why would they have to apologize? Why is Pam Bondi and Donald Trump apologizing for what a Democratic intelligence agent was doing to American women and women all across the world? Why would she apologize for that? That doesn't make any sense.
And apologize for what your Department of Justice has put them through with the absolutely unacceptable release of the Epstein files and their information.
Okay, all right, that did happen.
Congresswoman, you sat before, Merrick Garland sat in this chair twice
Attorney General
Guys,
Bondi.
no, can I finish my answer?
No, I'm going to reclaim my time because I asked you a
Attorney General, yes, sir.
specific question. It has
Attorney
done
General,
that to the survivors who are standing right behind you and are waiting for you to turn to them and apologize for what your Department of Justice has done.
But the
Members get
problem is too, is that there's people within this entire situation is being used as a psyop. There's like 3 different things going on right now. Okay, there's the Trump administration, where I think and I believe that Donald Trump was an informant for the FBI, and I think he signed some NDAs, and I don't think he can talk about it. Number 2, I think that the Democrats have watered down and masked these files to basically nothing with a little bit of information, and now they're using it to weaponize it to impeach Trump come midterms. And number 3, I think what's going on is that all of these people are implementing this shit. All the bankers are implemented. Everyone in Hollywood is implemented almost. And they're just playing on us.
Claiming my time, and when I
will
reclaim my
continue to
time,
answer.
it is
Mr. Chairman, the
my
gentlelady has
I'm
reclaimed her
not going
time.
to get in the gutter for her theatrics.
Hell
Time
no.
belongs to the time belongs to the gentlelady. The gentlelady has 17 seconds.
Thank you. You're not going to answer this question, so let me just
Chairman,
say this.
I'll direct it to
what a
you.
massive
No, I'm
cover-up.
answering a question.
Chairman, will you
Chairman.
restore her time? The witness
I'm
is
not going to get
interrupted.
in the gutter with this woman.
Stop the
She's
time.
doing theatrics.
Let me there was no list. Your deputy, Todd Blanche, met alone with Ghislaine Maxwell and transferred her to a minimum security prison. And now you continue the cover-up, and I wish...
And if you're ever wondering why Ghislaine Maxwell was transferred, it's because the Trump connection to Epstein is actually through the Maxwell family, and it's through her father, Robert Maxwell, where Donald Trump was partying on the yachts with Adnan Khashoggi and the Maxwells, and this is where the whole Russian mafia connection started from, because Trump was trying to get into Russia post the Soviet Union to get some hotels put up. And he was partying with these people. Matter of fact, Adnan Khashoggi, the leader of the Safari Club, which was basically, it was the CIA of Africa, right? This is actually where Obama's father and all these people kind of came out of. I believe Mondani's connected to this too. And the thing about all that is, Trump's connections to like, you can obviously see that Trump does not like Jeffrey, even the way he approached it in 2016, right? But his approach to Ghislaine Maxwell was always like, I wish you're the best, and I think that is because Trump really liked Robert. He really liked Robert, aka Ivan Hoke, aka Leslie Johnson, the starter of all of this. It started in Berlin, but I'll continue.
That you would turn around to the survivors who are standing right behind you and on a human level
Chairman,
apologize
Chair now
to
recognizes the
them
chair.
on what you have done.
Time of the
I
gentlelady
yield
expired.
back.
The gentlelady, you have no time to yield back.
Theatrics.
We appreciate that. We appreciate the thought.
All of you guys are embarrassing.
And I would argue this.
How many of Epstein's co-conspirators have you indicted? How many perpetrators are you even investigating?
There is no investigation.
First, you showed it. I find it.
How many have you indicted?
Excuse me. I'm going to answer the question.
Answer my question.
No, I'm going to answer the question the way I want to answer the question.
No,
Your
you're gonna answer the
theatrics are
question the way I
ridiculous.
asked it.
Chairman
How many
Jordan,
have you
I'm not
indicted?
going to get in the gutter with these people,
How many
but
have you-
I'm going to answer the question.
How many have you indicted?
Again, the
gutter.
time belongs to
Reclaiming my time.
the time
I
belongs.
think it's very interesting.
I think Washington D.C. and all of you guys are in the gutter all together, just throwing poop at each other.
My time.
I think it's very
Reclaiming my
interesting
time.
You can
that
reclaim
he
your
talks
time,
about they
reclaiming my
indicted.
time, Mr.
The
Chairman.
president said they
Close the
indicted
clock.
him twice.
Mr. Chairman, please
They
stop the
sure
clock
did.
and
And
stop
he
the clock and
indicted-
restore his
oh,
time.
Okay, here we
My
go
time.
with these
Committee will be in order.
theatrics.
The time
Reclaiming my
belongs to
time
the
and
gentleman
yield
from
back
New
the clock,
York.
please.
We will give you a few more seconds. We will do that. But when
Reclaiming
you ask
my-
a question, the
The
witness
question-
gets
I bet he drew real well in his congressman application coloring book.
to answer. You may not like the answer, but she
Right.
gets to
The
answer.
question was, how many of Epstein's...
They don't like
Que-
the answer,
Reclaiming
Chairman,
my time.
because it's honest.
Reclaiming
So
my-
he asked a
Reclaiming my
4-minute
time.
question.
Restore 45
and
seconds
I
to
am
Mr.
going
Nadler, please,
to
Mr. Chairman.
Answer.
You can let her filibuster all day long, but not on our watch.
Reclaiming-
Not on our time. No way. And I told you about that, Attorney General, before you started.
You don't tell me
Yeah, oh, I
anything,
did tell you because we
washed
saw
up
what you did in the
loser
Senate.
Lawyer. You're not even a lawyer.
Committee will be in order.
Timing, I should get back at least 45 seconds.
We will give you
She said you ain't even a lawyer.
a few more seconds. I
a
said that
few more
already.
Hey, is that crazy hoe that was like talking behind the lady like
American people need to know this. They are talking about Epstein today. This has been around since the Obama administration.
Boom.
This administration released over 3 million pages of documents.
those are facts. Who else is releasing this stuff? Nobody. But you're not understanding why these names can't come out, and it's going to make sense. Just stay with me.
Over 3 million. And Donald Trump signed that law to release all of those documents. He is the most transparent president in the nation's history.
Here is the moment where I want you to realize that Pam Bondi is telling on herself. And listen, I could be completely wrong about this, but her mentioning this, the only thing that makes sense to me, just being a little journalist looking into it, right? What she's about to say right here pretty much explains why these names can't be revealed, okay? Because this is what they're talking about, right? Pay attention.
Epstein. How ironic is that? You know why? Because Donald Trump, the Dow right now is over $50,000. I don't know why you're laughing. You're a great stock trader, as I hear, Raskin. The Dow is over 50,000 right now. The S&P at almost 7,000. And the NASDAQ smashing records. Americans' 401ks and retirement savings are booming. That's what we should be talking about.
That's why, so this is why the Epstein files can't come out. Are you ready for this? It's because every hedge fund president, major bank corporation, investment firms, tech bros, major media corporations, media companies, social media companies, most of them, if not all of them, are implemented. If Wall Street goes to prison, the people on Wall Street, the people over the Dow that stand there and, yell and shit all day, stock traders, what Jeffrey Epstein literally was, right? If they all go down, complete economic collapse immediately. They are redacting and just minimalizing this because the fall of the elites is the fall of the country. And that's what this boils down to. That's what this boils down to. And you need to understand that. That's why she's saying this. Jeffrey Epstein, while in prison in 2008 as a convicted pedophile, per the Steve Bannon interview, was contacting JP Morgan and Bernstein's directly, calling the presidents directly to give them advice on what to do during the 2008 collapse that he blamed on Bill Clinton. Think about that. This is larger than what they're presenting it as. This is the fall of Rome. Do you understand? They are completing the largest coup to ever happen in American history, and you're witnessing it. I would almost go to say that Joe Biden was possibly selected as president because he knew he was kind of dumb and feeble. All right? Let him screw the country up, hide these files, and then create an absolute just worldwide shitstorm about who's in the files when all they have to do is use a little bit of technology that I know that they have and just release the files. But you can't because it collapses the economy. That's the video, guys. I'm DJ Reels, you in? Like I said, this is a little short one. I'm just trying to make sense of and read between the lines of what these people are trying to tell us. Okay. The more and more I read emails, the more and more I look, you know, you don't have to depend on them to form an opinion of what's going on. And I could be completely wrong. I'm out here just throwing words around, right? But I read, I do the research, and this will collapse a system that has been in place since 1913. The most shocking part of these emails is, you know, obviously the code words and the way that they talk about, you know, us using, you know, the goyim and things like that. You're peering into a world that people like me and you don't get to look into. We only dream about it and see it in movies when they allow us to see it. But these people are sick, and our government is obviously no different than Hollywood, right? Who is the elected actor in the moment. And these people are compromised. They're not here for you. They're here for the opportunity to get the money. And not to say everybody's a bad person, right? A lot of stuff is speculative, but I've got to ask myself the question of, like, if we get these names on unredacted, our economy immediately crashes. Immediately. Whatever, guys. That's what we're here for, baby. It's America. Just wake up, drink you a cup of hot coffee, watch Braveheart, eat your shit like it owes you money, and go to work, too. Oh, I'm going to be a congressman one day. I'm going to fill out my application real soon.